like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. They gotta win the shit for Beezy. They gotta win the shit for Beezy. Ballin' like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. Cavs, we on. P-Cavs, we on. The Antoine Spivey broadcast.
Great cup of coffee here. Great cup of coffee.
Coffee.
Happy Hump Day
Coffee.
to all the viewers and listeners. Welcome to this episode of the Antoine Spivey Podcast Show. I'm your host, Spivey. And y'all see who I got with me in the building. Another new name for Kales today. It's not Kales the Truth. It's No Playoff Making Kales. That's what his name is for the day. No Playoff Making Kales.
I don't understand why you
How
don't
you
think.
feeling?
I don't, man, look, this is how I feel.
How you feel? Tell me how you feel.
Damn what you said. I'm gonna make the playoff and make the championship. We're gonna go on this year. This year, when I come on this mud, it's gonna be like championship. I'm gonna change my name for the first time. It ain't gonna be Kels the Truth. It's gonna be Kels the champion winning truth. That's what it's gonna be.
You don't even have confidence in yourself.
I do have confidence in myself. That's why I made that bet. Like to tell the audience that.
No, you made that bet not because you got confidence in yourself. You made that bet because you don't like to look soft. That's why you make soft. Capital. What did he say on life? Capital S-O-F-T. Soft. Welcome everybody tuning in on the Diva Spivey Media Network.
Y'all like look soft,
also on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel for more content like y'all about to receive today. And of course, y'all know no playoff making kills. Taking another L today. Ooh, that got a nice ring to it. No playoff making kills. Nice ring to it. And we got a lot we're gonna get into today, man. We're gonna give our thoughts and opinions on this whole Knicks firing of Tom Thibodeau. Who will be the next head coach for the New York Knicks? The right head coach for this in particular team. We're gonna talk about the super team, Big Three era. Is it officially over with? Looking at the NBA Finals between Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And what should the Dallas Mavericks really do with that number one pick this year? Keep it, trade it, and then win now mode, or we're going to discuss that and more on this episode today with myself and No Playoff Making Kales. That just got a nice ring to it, man.
World Championship Kales going to be what it is.
You don't believe that, man. Let's get this started.
Man, you know what? Just to say this, I'm just going to say this. Everybody know I'm a threat. They just try not to think about it because I'm a threat. That's why people be making a bet.
Oh, is that right, huh? Good way to try to spin it. Good way to try to spin it, man. Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. Brian's Unite. Let's get it. Oh, see, look, he's starting off already messing. Let's get it forward. All right, forward. But he come back and say, going. I get all right. He had a long day at work, man. It's all cool. You ready,
Let's
bro?
go.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. The Knicks fire Tom Thibodeau. I told y'all I felt it was coming just by the way his coaching style is, especially when we come down to the playoffs. He got the Knicks there for the last 5 years, winning. How many games they win this year? 51, getting to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep.
Losing to the Pacers for the second straight year, I believe. They lost to the Pacers last year. 2 in the playoffs, didn't they? Yeah, second straight year. Right move for the Knicks? Was it the right move for them?
I have to see who they hire because for the simple fact, Tom Thibodeau is a great coach, but he has to understand that you cannot ride your starters all day, all series long.
Yeah.
I understand coaches have their own philosophy. I guess it, but dude, this like the third team firing you, not because you're not winning, because you be running your players down into a ground.
The
Like the
Bulls,
players don't like that. The Bulls,
Timberwolves, now the
Knicks.
Knicks, and it all three situations came down to the star player really voicing, you know what I'm saying, their opinion. And this is the second time.
Exactly.
Carl Anthony Towns been a part of this. He was a part of this.
And you know who probably said that? Carl Anthony Towns. That's probably who went up to the Knicks. Oh, man, look, man. That's what he was doing in Minnesota. We got to get rid of this dude because he running playing. If I'm the Knicks and I'm on a bench for a bench player for the Knicks, I'll be very upset at my coach. Like, damn, you don't even believe in us? Like, we could have spelled Josh Hart. We could have spelled Mitchell Robinson.
Maybe it was a little too late in this situation. He tried in the playoffs. I mean, he brought in Mitchell Robinson and in place of Josh Hart in the starting rotation, in the starting five rotation.
Which is a dumb thing to do.
Why?
Because he subbed a best perimeter defense for somebody who
I'm out. Their best perimeter defense, and you got OG Anunoby out there, and Mikal Bridges. They gave up 4 or 5 first round picks for Mikal Bridges because of his defense, the length he brings on that team.
Right.
Compare up next to OG and Josh Hart, but Josh Hart, I don't think is their best perimeter defense.
They got bigger with Cat and Mitchell Robinson on the defensive side, but on offense they lost a lot. They lost their spread because Mitchell Robinson go clog up the lane. They also lost. That's why Indiana could have run a little bit faster because you had 2 big dudes running the court, trying to check Pascal Siakam, trying to get down with Miles Turner. So that move proved that to me that it was a desperate move taking Josh Hart out of the lineup because he felt like his bench wasn't nothing. Josh Hart is not a scoring person to come off the bench.
You can't. Josh Hart, remember, even in Portland, Josh Hart was coming off the bench in Portland and doing the same thing he's doing now. You know what I'm saying? Josh Hart really didn't become a starter until he really got to New York.
Right.
But he been coming off the bench a lot in his career. So that coming off the bench stuff ain't really nothing new for Josh Hart. But you say it was a desperate move.
It was a desperate move.
Can you look at it from the aspect that Karl Anthony Towns in the middle wise, because for what I was seeing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say he was getting bullied, but you saw the difference with Mitchell Robinson being in there at the 5 than Karl Anthony Towns, especially on the defensive side of the basketball. Which again, what makes me kind of question this firing, because you bring in all this offense for a head coach who's known for what?
Defense.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, and he takes the team to the playoffs 4 out of the 5 years. Eastern Conference Finals this year. Cat got nicked up, banged up, but he still plays. So I'm a firm believer you out there playing. There's no excuse. But it was just, again, how I feel and how a lot of people feel. It was just the way he overused his players. Right. It's why I think was his ultimate demise. And something interesting that the general manager said, kind of like what this general manager said to my future employer.
No.
Tom Thibodeau was let go because basically they felt, one, he couldn't get over the hump, and they're all about championships. That was the statement coming out of New York. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. First off, that's funny. They all about champs. New York has not been to an Eastern Conference Finals, and since I was born. So that is funny coming from a general manager who that's their first time being there. Second thing is this: Tom Thibodeau got you there. Now, if you just strictly you knew how your coach was, your GM should have never brought in Cat. What he should have did was did one or two things. Count Julius Randle.
I agree.
Count Isaiah Hartenstein.
I agree.
And just brought in Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Then you will have what type of style that Tibbs run. To bring in Cat.
And that move put them in a place where they really can't do too much of nothing with that roster.
Exactly. What you gonna do? Try to move Cat again? Your best player to move is Brunson, but that's the callous of your team. So for the GM to say that, you traded a dude that was soft. Everybody know Cat's soft. I'm sorry, Cat is soft.
I agree.
Cat is a great player, but if you want him to bang,
I agree.
Cat is not going to do that.
I agree.
So you traded Cat for Julius Randle, who could have banged. You could have just kept Mitchell Robinson. You could have just ran it back and got OG Anunoby and got Mikal Bridges. Now you still in Tibbs type of players wise, but no, you thought because you went out against Cat, it was gonna be a sexy pick.
Got them,
and guess what?
And when they got all them UConn boys, And when they got all them UConn boys,
right. So then it would be like, okay, you could have kept Dante DiVincenzo as all of them, but no, you wanted to get a sexy player who can shoot threes, who can do the pick and roll with Jalen Brunson, but was soft. That's the reason why he put in Mitchell Robinson, because they was getting out muscle, which was a dumb thing, because now if I'm in Indiana, I'm running it. And what Indiana do? Ran them. You had nobody. Mitchell Robinson couldn't get back with Pascal Siakam and Aaron Nesmith, so they ran them.
I just don't like the fact that he getting too much of the which in sports.
The coach
that's how it is. If it's gonna be the coach
or the GM.
Never the players, really. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't Tom Thibodeau out there, and I like Jalen Brunson. But Jalen Brunson, he will dribble the fuck out that damn basketball. Like
you can never
scare out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't Tom Thibodeau out there doing that. That's not Tom Thibodeau out there. We talk about the defenders, the wing defenders, and OG Anunoby supposed to been one of the best on the team. That's why they go out and acquire him and then re-sign him last year. You just let Pascal do what he want to do, and not taking nothing away from Pascal Siakam. He's a champion. He won the title with Toronto with Kawhi.
And plus, he knew how OG
and they was teammates. Yep,
right.
They was teammates. So all that ain't Tom Thibodeau's fault, but he do get some of the blame. But I don't agree with him being fired. You know what I'm saying? Like after leading the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals like that, you know, and they say, well, maybe the team want a new voice. Certain players wanted a new voice. How you expect? I look at organizations like Miami, San Antonio. You know, you got coaches. Hell, we could take it back to the Utah Jazz with Jerry Sloan. You know what I'm saying? Organizations that win,
right?
You know what I'm saying? We talk about it all the time when we say about the Browns. You know what I'm saying? One coach that we felt like we let go too early. Everybody said Bill Belichick.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? A guy to go on to get six Super Bowls, but we let him go early.
As a coach, he got 8 total, I think. So
come from that Parcells tree. So, but yeah, I don't agree with it, man. But I do think Tom Thibodeau will find another job. But he just got to learn. Sometimes you gotta
use your bench. You gotta use your bench.
Yeah, use your bench, and sometimes you gotta adapt to the way things are nowadays. And that playing your players 45, 46, 47 minutes a game, it's gonna come back and bite you in the wrong time. And it always happens with a Tom Thibodeau team, and it happens in the playoffs. But Knicks, y'all gotta get it. Y'all gotta get it together, man. Like,
hey, that's funny.
With that being said, we got a lot of coaching candidates out here whose names been thrown out there to become the next coach of the Knicks. You got Mike Malone name been thrown out there. Mike Budenholzer name been thrown out there.
Retreads.
Shit.
Jay Wright.
Jay Wright name thrown out there. It was talking about NBA. Sam Cassell name been thrown out there. To coach the Knicks. Who you think for this team currently constructed would be the right fit head coaching wise for the Knicks?
I think I have two. I had three down there down to that. If I was going to interview Dan Hurley for UConn, because with his offensive type of mind and his defense type of minded, they still can run some type of offense and still be defensive minded. Him, Mark Jackson. I don't know why is up with Mark. Why Mark Jackson keep getting? I mean, okay, it's over with.
That's man. Don't get me started on that.
He loved the Lord. Okay, the man loved the Lord.
Don't get me started on that, man.
As New York need Jesus, so they should hire him at least.
But
at least,
not to cut you off, I'm gonna let you finish that. But you said Mark Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about how times have changed, how the game have changed. Do you even think he would want to coach in today's NBA? And do you think, you know what I'm saying, like his coaching style, how he had with Golden State years ago, will work in the NBA now?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Mark Jackson is a point guard. Point guards know how to adjust. Point guards are smart. His IQ is smart as a basketball coach. He the one who started having Steph shoot them jumpers. He told Steph himself, start shooting. Stop going to the hole. You getting hurt too much. Remember, Steph was going to the hole until Steph started developing his jump shot. Mm-hmm. So Mark Jackson is a perfect coach for New York because he's a disciplinary. He knows how to run an offense, and he knows how to play defense. And plus, his IQ as a basketball coach can match up with some of these coaches today. Basketball.
My dude ain't coaching and
it's just like riding a bike.
No, man. Nah, you can't.
It's just like when you're a point guard, you understand the game. You understand why Jason Kidd is a great example. Jay Kidd knows the game because he ran it from a standpoint. He understands what to do.
But Jay Kidd was coaching. He ain't took no 10, 11, 12-year break though.
Well, that's not his fault. And also, he been doing announcing. Also, you can learn from the announcing team how other players are by talking to them. Steve Kerr wasn't a coach. Steve Kerr was a GM, then became an announcer, then became a coach of the Golden State Warriors. The reason why Kerr was so good because he understood today's player by talking to him and looking at the game.
But I hear you when you say he the one told Steph Curry to start shooting. I hear all that. But when he was coaching, they wasn't doing that. That wasn't his coaching style. And we all know, like now in the NBA, it's all about that three ball.
Right. And I think Mark Jackson can adjust to what it is today game. But the other coach is Jay Wright. Jay Wright is a good coach because he already know Brunson. He already know the tendencies of Josh Hart because he coached them to a national championship. So those two, Hurley and Wright, will be on my radar. Sam Cassell is good because he's been in the NBA and he's been an assistant coach and he paid his dues. I think he should get a very good because he paid his dues as an assistant coach. So he should be able to get his coaching. But if I was New York, it'd be two candidates. It'd be Mark Jackson for me because he's from New York and Jay Wright.
I look at the team that the Knicks have. They still have a team where they built to compete for a championship now.
Yep.
So I look at a coach, and I'm surprised you ain't say him. But if they got a team to win now, you have that much confidence in these college coaches coming over to get the Knicks to where now they got to the Eastern Conference Finals this year. To get them to a championship, let's just say next year. I don't have that confidence.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me,
Mike Malone.
I think Mike Malone. Mike Malone.
See, I'm proud of these retreads though.
And I get it. I get it. But for a team like the Knicks that was ready to win, ready to win now, not looking for that coach that's trying to find their way, that put their imprint on their terminology of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are built to win now. You know what I'm saying? You have a Carl Anthony Towns, OG, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges. You know what I'm saying? That your starting five, they are ready to win now. And you look at what Mike Malone did in Denver. No, I'm not saying Cat is Joker.
Yeah, because I'm about to say,
I'm not saying that. But he will be able to get a lot out of Cat in that middle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's creating shots for him to shoot the three, which Cat has been doing over the recent couple of seasons. Even his inside game, I think he could get Cat to slow down, because I hate the way Cat plays sometimes. He plays so wild, he put himself in foul trouble. I think Mike Malone can teach him how to slow that down. You know what I'm saying? Like, to keep him on the floor. I think the way Mike Malone ran offense with Jamal Murray, you could do the same thing with Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? He don't have a Michael Porter. He wouldn't have a Michael Porter on the team, but Mikal Bridges can hit it, huh?
You don't think Miles McBride is like a Michael Porter Jr., a streaky shooter?
Nah.
Because Michael Porter Jr. is streaky, man.
Nah. I wouldn't say Miles.
You want to say that? Okay.
Nah. I would say Mikal Bridges. So I think Mike Malone will be right now the perfect coach.
That's a good one.
For this New York Knicks team.
I'm tired of retreads, though.
And I get it. See, you one of the ones I like to see just new faces, after a couple of years. Let me see.
Damn. Mike Malone went from Sacramento to Denver. Okay, I get it. That's only your 2 guys.
And he won a championship.
And he won a championship. Okay. Mike Budenholzer went from Milwaukee as he won a championship. Atlanta, Milwaukee.
You can't really fault him for Atlanta. He kept running into Goat James, man. And back in that time, a lot of teams, you can't look at them and be like, man, y'all just
right.
You got Toronto, Atlanta.
I understand that, but it's just like, okay, you are trying to get over the hump. I guess it, but still, it's like you get jobs all the time. So it's like, dude, and then you get for your first year. But I guess it, Mike Malone, I'll put him on the list. Mike Malone would be one of them because he won a title. He know how to run an offense. His defense is good. But if I'm the Knicks as a GM, I would have to look how I'm going to prepare my team on a bench, because you have nothing coming off your bench. And Mike Malone will use his bench.
And that's where it goes back to what we stated in the previous segment on Mikal Bridges. He got to be that guy for real, out of all of them that really got to step it up.
Right.
Give up 4 first-round picks for this dude.
I said, damn, 4? And I like Mikal Bridges. I like Mikal Bridges, but is he going to be that dude who going to go? Is he that second scorer that you need? When Jalen Brunson is not on. I mean, you got Cat, but like you said, Cat, I can't rely on Cat all the time because he always in foul trouble. he get 2 fouls in the first.
But he's still a number 2 on that team. He's still a number 2 on that team. Mikal Bridges has to be that solid number 3.
Yep.
That solid. When one of them going to the bench, either Brunson or Cat, Mikal Bridges got to step in to be that guy. Okay, Brunson, Cat on the bench, I got you. Okay, Cat, Brunson on the bench, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and consistently, like how he was in
Brooklyn.
Until your boy Cam Johnson. I mean, not Cam Johnson, Cam Thomas.
Oh, that dude!
He want to shoot the ball 50 times a damn game.
He like Kate Cunningham at what point? Cut down.
What you think against Kate Cunningham, man? You always
we watched him up and close and personal. Dude came five times straight and shot him.
He had to, man. He the leader of that team. They was getting their butts handed to him.
That was funny to me. I said, Cal Can't cut and shoot. Can't cut and shoot.
Hey, what you always say, when you the leader, you got to do it, right?
Hey, yeah. Hey, you gotta take them lumps. You gotta be 2 for 11. So
I don't know about that 2 for 11. You could be that, not me. We got in the NBA Finals, the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder, 2 low market city teams, 2 teams that really don't have big name star power like that, but they have some nice, as we was talking Monday, next generation faces of the NBA type players.
Right.
Do you think, you look at, even when Denver won the championship, what, 2 years ago now? Was it 3?
Yep, 2 years. 2 years.
Besides Boston,
Mm-hmm.
and I really can't say Boston just had a lot of good ass role players. Yeah. And they had 2 stars and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Right.
Can we finally say the Super 10/Big 3 era is officially over with?
Yes, the era is over with. You ain't gonna see a team forming like Wade, Bosh, Bron no more. You ain't gonna see that because the money aspect of it is nobody is willing to sacrifice the money aspect of it. The Heat brought forward that team because everybody came to understand like we have to take less money to build the team around us, build around us with the big 3. Now GMs is understanding that you only need maybe 1 or 2 stars and a couple of great role players or good role players who do their job. For instance, OKC really only got 1 star player on a team and a developed all-star in Jalen Williams. The star player is SGA. But they got people who knows how to do their role.
What do you feel Chet is?
Chet right now is a development big man right now. He's not I got to see him play more because of his injury history right now. Because of that, but Chet will be good down the line. But right now, Chet is like a good forward player. He's not that superstar level yet. He's not an all-star to me yet, but he's developing to be an all-star. Dort is more like that defensive-minded player who plays defense. He already knows his role. If you got an open shot, hit the 3. Give the ball to SGA because he's the star. Let him be the playmaker. And everybody else that's come to, that's why that team's successful because everybody know their role. On Indiana, you got Halliburton, who is supposed to be their star player, which is a great player. Halliburton is a great player who controls the tempo of the game. He does not turn over the ball, which is a great thing. He gets Pascal Siakam, which is currently the I would say, Siakam more than Halliburton if you really look at it. Because Pascal Siakam is the only one who won a title on that team. Now you got Miles Garrett. I mean, I keep calling this nigga Miles Garrett. Miles Turner. Now, it's no big 3. It's a star player and 2 great all-stars right now. So, yes, the super teams, ain't nobody trying to build a super team no more. Now, it might be different if Giannis goes somewhere else with Kyrie and Anthony Davis. Then you will see another form of a big team, super team. But there's no more super teams because everybody getting paid more. Look at Boston. Boston dish out over $1 billion. Now they talk about trying to trade people.
I think you hit it right on the head when you said teams are not willing to. What was the word you said?
Pay? No, I said.
Was it pay? No. When you said teams are now showing the blueprint for us, all you need is maybe 1 or 2 superstars and a whole bunch of good ass role players.
Right.
You hit it on the head. You hit it on the head with that. And the right system.
Right.
As you stated, Shea, the man, number 1 option.
Mm-hmm.
J-Dub. You see what he can do.
The second option.
Chet will be their 3rd option.
Right.
That's their 3rd option. And like you said, Chet Holmgren, he stay healthy. He can block shots. He can hit the outside shot. He could get inside. He can handle the ball. He's not Kyrie.
No,
I'm not saying that.
For a big man, he can handle the ball.
He can handle the ball. And then you look at the Pacers, as you said. To me, Siakam is their best player. I think you said Halliburton.
No, I said Siakam. I said Siakam right now. Considered I said Siakam is their best player. I said because he got the championship.
Okay.
I said Halliburton is a great player because the one thing Halliburton do not do that you want in your point guard is do not turn over the ball.
It's all about having a good system, a good coach, and players that are willing to buy into that system.
Exactly.
You get them combinations, you don't really need. You don't. Yeah, it's over with. You
really don't need no star player.
Yeah, that era is over with. But you said something that was very interesting. Unless Dallas, because they got the number 1 pick. We go touch on that in a minute. But it's a lot of things they could do with that number 1 pick that will make another formidable super team or whatever this may be. But for the most part, I think for the most part, I think it's over with. All you really need is good ass wing defenders,
right?
A star player, a good number 2, and a good system, and a good coach to run that system. So.
Right. The system is everything to me. If you got a good system, you can fit people into your system, and they like your system. Mm-hmm. And it will, like Rick Carlisle, every coaching career he had, his system always fit the players that he had. Mm-hmm. You look back when he had Jason Kidd as one of the. Did he play? Jason Kidd didn't play for. No, not man. He coached. Jason Kidd was a coach with Rick Carlisle, but he had Mark Jackson with him. You know what I'm saying? In the Indiana days. As you see that point guard,
I think Rick Carlisle was a coach in Dallas with Jason Kidd playing point.
Oh, he was? Okay. So see, now you know what Rick Carlisle system is. I need a good point guard.
Oh, hold up. The year they won the championship was 2011.
I think he was with Dirk.
It was Dirk.
I think Jason Kidd was on that team.
Yeah. Jason Terry. I know Jason Terry was on there.
It was Terry, Sean Marion, Dirk Nowitzki. And I think it was
Tyson Chandler.
I think Josh Howard.
Yeah, Josh Howard. Hold on, I'm about to see.
So whatever Rick Carlisle's system is, he needs a good point guard to run it. That don't turn over the ball. That know how to pass.
Let me see. Yep. Jason Kidd got one. He is a member of
the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
So Carlisle everywhere Carlisle goes, he get a good point guard to run his system. Yeah. So the system is everything.
Yeah, I agree. You look at even in Miami, the system they run. San Antonio when Pop was there, you know what I'm saying? I think it's about to change now. With they
gonna get a little bit younger.
Yeah, the new regime they bring in there. After the great Pop, you know what I'm saying, who we all know what he going through. Big up to great Pop, you know what I'm saying, stay healthy, get healthy. But yeah, systems is everything. Systems is everything. So we'll see, man. But I think we both can agree that it is over with the big three era, however you want to call it, is officially Super Team is over with. Speaking of the Dallas Mavericks, they own the number 1 pick this year. How the hell that happened?
Because the NBA is so
the NBA
is so phony.
The NBA said you did us a favor, we'll give you a favor right back. You know, you said Luka to the Lakers.
We'll give you the number 1 pick.
Right, we'll give you number 1 pick to keep that franchise relevant. Post LeBron or whatever it is may be. So, what should they do with that number 1 pick? I mean, they still in a win now mode.
If I'm Nico Harris
with AD, you got Kyrie. He'll be back at some point next season.
Right.
You still got a PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, Spencer Dinwiddie. They play good basketball.
Klay Thompson.
They played good basketball post Kyrie after the injury. You know, they came a game with them making
the playoffs. Right.
Should they keep that pick? It can still be a factor because I like Cooper Flag.
Oh, I love Cooper Flag.
I think Cooper Flag gonna be a big. I think he gonna hit. He gonna hit.
Because the one thing Cooper Flag got is that he got that fundamental on him, and he athletic as hell to be 6'9", and he can shoot. As long as you can shoot, you cool at that position. But
should they trade it and go out and get a Giannis or a Kevin Durant or a what other name is out there?
No, I mean, for that number one pick, it's only like two people I'll trade for. Giannis, you're not gonna get the Joker, so that's out of it. Giannis,
that's out of it.
Giannis and maybe Durant is getting up in age, but with that team, but do I want to go back to that pair with Durant and Kyrie? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for real, they wasn't bad when they played in Brooklyn. When they played together, when they actually played the game together, they wasn't. I mean, they was balling. But then you add AD to that mix as well.
Right.
So, like, if you the Mavericks, you know what I'm saying? Damn, this is a bad example to use. You, as a general manager, trying to do something.
Oh, no. I would take calls. I would field calls. I would do my due diligence. Okay. You know, I would do what I would do. I would see what the Bucks want for Giannis. You know what I'm saying? I would take off Irving and Anthony Davis would not be in a trade package.
Oh, okay. That'll make it irrelevant for what they're trying to do.
Right. I would give you my number one pick, probably PJ Washington. Maybe Daniel Gafford or somebody, and another pick. I would give you 2 first-round picks. This year pick and a 27 pick, PJ Washington, and maybe another throw-in piece or something like that.
You talking about
now, if Giannis, if they say okay, I'm shipping it. I'm sorry, Cooper Flag. Bye. Go to Milwaukee.
They'll build around Cooper Flag.
Right.
He will be the new face of their franchise.
If I'm Milwaukee, I would have to have that conversation with Giannis, like Giannis. But Giannis stated that he wanted to be in the East. But if he go out and see that you playing with Anthony Davis, Clay, when
I think they might lose Clay.
You think Milwaukee will want Clay?
Yeah.
So that'd be the throw-in person. So
I think Milwaukee be like, all right, give us Clay.
I still got Spencer Dinwiddie.
2 of them bigs might be leaving.
I would give
PJ Washington, Derek Lively, or PJ. You know what? PJ Washington just might have to be part of that too.
Oh no, I would no. That's the entire. I have to give up PJ. I don't need you. I don't need you because I got Giannis playing that position. So I'll give you PJ Washington, or if they want Clay, buy Clay. I'll go out and give me another shooting guard. You 30-some years old already. I mean, I'm just being.
They had a good season this year though.
Yeah, but for Giannis, man, you got to understand. For Giannis.
Oh, I understand.
Giannis and you playing with man, look, their position. Let's think about this. Their position. You can have either Derek Lively or Daniel Gafford at the 5, Anthony Davis at the 4, Giannis, who give a fuck, play 3. And when Kyrie come back, Kyrie at the 1. And whoever else you want to put in at the 2, I don't give a hell who you put in at the 2. You can put me and you at the 2, and and that would be a great team. So I would have to do my due diligence and see what's up, because he gonna have to do something, because the Bass fans are mad. So he gonna have to make a
I won't be surprised if they shop that pick and land another star. For me, unless I really feel Cooper Flag is him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you. It got to go for Giannis. It got to go. I probably want to do it for KD.
I wouldn't either.
Like, and again, no disrespect to KD. He's a walking 20, 25 point every night. You know what I'm saying? Can still shoot the lights out of the basketball. But for Giannis, Giannis is a whole different animal, man. Like a whole different
beast,
big, strong. Guarantee you pairing that up in Dallas. AD could get you 30 on if AD locked in and healthy and locked in.
Right.
AD could get you 30 and 15, 30 and
with 4 blocks.
Right, with 4 blocks. Then you add that with Giannis, who will get you about another 30 and 15, maybe
8 assists.
7 assists. Kyrie.
And then you get
about 20. With that team, Kyrie get you about 20, 25.
Right. And then what you can do, you can slow walk Kyrie into it.
Man, listen.
Because you really don't.
If I'm Dallas, but see, that'll make me mad because I want Giannis here in Cleveland.
Well, let's look at this point. Who got the better offer? Milwaukee with the number 1 pick, or the Cavs with Mobley?
Again, that's going to depend on how if and it's based off all if how Milwaukee really feel about Cooper Flag. If they really feel like Cooper Flag is that dude, it's him, and they could build around him.
I think you can build around Cooper Flag, to be honest.
Then I would say for them, like, far as best deal. Okay, let me ask you this.
Gotta be that number 1
Milwaukee. If you got an Evan Mobley sitting there,
okay,
and you got a Cooper Flag sitting there,
I'm going with the most common because I'm going with Mobley. I'm going with Mobley because he been there, he been playing. They almost he only 2 more years older than Cooper Flag.
So we would have a better deal there.
Yeah, because if we give up Mobley, then yeah.
I get him Evan Mobley.
Isaac Okoro. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to
upload.
I'll try to
upload. Listen. I wanted them to trade him last year. They should have traded him last year when they had the chance to.
They missed the boat.
Was that last year where Isaac Okoro started off
hot?
Yeah, that was last year, right?
I'd have shipped him then.
Yeah. You got to go.
I'd have been like, bye.
You got to go, man. Defensively, I like Isaac Okoro. Offensively, man, you're not gonna get.
He a liability.
Yeah.
He Patrick Beverly, a great defensive player, but can't shoot. Patrick Beverly could never shoot.
I ain't go.
Pat Bell could never.
You disrespect Isaac Okoro now. I ain't gonna say all that.
No, Pat Beverly was a good defender. That's Isaac Okoro, good defender.
Yeah, but you talking about offensively too?
Offensively, yeah, he Patrick Beverly.
I done seen Isaac Okoro drop 25.
Yeah.
A career high 30.
Yeah,
unless I miss something.
They come back.
I ain't never seen Pat Bev do that.
Then they come back and score 2.
That is true as well, but I'm just saying. At least, I mean, I just seen them do it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think Pat Bell's career, if I'm not mistaken, is 30 points. I think he hit 30 before.
Right.
You know,
your memory is better than mine. It's better than mine. But yeah, as far as the Mavericks, man, to me, it's like a win-win situation for them. They hold on the cards, number 1 pick. I think this decision also going to be based on how long Kyrie may be out.
Reports state that he might come back in January because he been out for a minute.
About a month before the All-Star break.
Yeah, but like if I'm in Dallas, I'll be trying to ship it though, just to see what's going on, see how the rumble this is. I'm shipping that boy. I'm trying to win a title.
Cooper Flag. I mean, even if they keep Cooper Flag,
still a good team.
They still yeah,
still a good team.
But I don't think that'll still be enough to take down an OKC team.
No.
Or a team Minnesota, which I think is going to get better next season. I think they're going to add and watch out for them in the Sweet 16.
You know who I add on that team? You know who would be now we talking. You know who I would try to get for Minnesota? That would be perfect. I think
for Minnesota. Ooh,
Trae Young. Trae Young would be perfect for that because Mike Conley getting older.
I like Trae Young in Orlando though too, but Minnesota.
Orlando, we was talking about that before, but if you really look at it on the last game, Trae Young with Ant-Man and Julius Randle.
That would be nice.
Now you have to get up probably Jaden McDaniels or somebody.
McDaniels, Nikhil, Alexander Walker.
You can give us Shea Cousin. I don't care.
Damn, now you just gonna call him. He just know the Shea Cousin. That's crazy. But yeah, we'll see. The draft is what?
June 29th?
About 2 weeks. About 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see the draft. So we're gonna see what Dallas do, man. But I do believe their phones are gonna be ringing. Me personally, I'm with you, Kills. I'm shopping it. I'm getting that other star here. If we're in championship mode now, to win now, to compete with the OKC in the West, the Minnesotas in the West, and if they get past them, the Boston's in the East, I think Cleveland is going to make a big splash to be better next season. So if I'm Dallas, I'm shopping at if I can land, even if it is KD, then
I don't like KD there.
That's tough to flag though. But if Spencer can get a Giannis,
right,
which I don't want to happen because I want Giannis here, Dallas, they'll figure it out though. They'll figure it out.
If I'm the Cavaliers, I'll be looking to try to trade somebody to get. If Giannis is really available, everybody in the NBA should be trying to get him.
Yeah, but everybody in the NBA won't be able to afford.
I know, but I would try.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with trying. Before we get up out of here, again, as we stated Monday, football season is coming upon us. OTAs is starting, mini camps is here. Browns report, from what I'm hearing, from what I'm seeing, Browns, even the rookies are looking good in camp. To the point, what I'm hearing is that, as I was reading today, some say don't be surprised. You see your boy Shador and quicker than what we expect. Also, it's report the Kirk Cousins of Cleveland reports are coming back up again, which will give us our 6th quarterback.
God damn.
Which would be dumb. I just think just need a quarterback like positions alone.
Man. Hey, but I can see it though. I can see it. I can see it.
6 quarterbacks though?
I can see. Man, look, when you ain't had a quarterback since 99, you try every goddamn thing in the world. I don't put 8 in the you somebody gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that. I can see them even trading like, okay, I can see Kirk Cousins. We give something for Kirk Cousins, and we give him like a Joe Flacco or a Kenny Pickett as a backup, or somebody like that. I can see that, but for the quarterback position, I already had it mapped out. I think they go trade Kenny Pickett. They might keep Joe Flacco. I think Shador and Gabriel and then Gabriel is battling for the second position. I think that's what really going to happen. And then
Flacco definitely going into the season as a starting quarterback.
Right. And then at the end of the year, they don't have Flacco no more. Okay, Flacco, thank you for your service. And then it's gonna be up to Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders to take that reign. And what I'm hearing, Shador is adapting to the NFL quite well.
Yeah,
And him and Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing, I feel that they're gonna either try to trade Flacco or Kenny Pickett. One of them gonna be the starter. Somebody, whoever get traded, one of the rookies gonna be the backup, and one gonna be on the practice squad if we can get them through the West, through the. So what they gonna do? They gonna keep 4 quarterbacks, and then try to sneak one of them on the practice squad. You know how they do.
How you feeling about our wide receiver room?
You know who I think gonna break out though. I really think Cedric Tillman gonna break out. I really think
he showed some promise.
Because he's a big
his last season.
Right, he's a big wide receiver who's not afraid to go over the middle. And you know how Flacco is. He likes to throw the ball in the middle of the field. I think also Jamari Thrash might be something to deal with, the little wide receiver that we picked up. Thrash, and I won't be surprised if they try to go out and get another wide receiver in free agency.
Don't forget they got Deontay Johnson. Nobody got him.
Oh, Deontay. See, which Deontay Johnson we gonna get? If we gonna get the Deontay Johnson from Pittsburgh, or we gonna get I would even take the Deontay Johnson from the Panthers because he was playing well with the Panthers.
He sure was.
So I would if
it just I don't know the whole Baltimore experience and
right. And the Houston Texans experience, I ain't understand that at all.
Nah.
But if he becomes a threat, then you can move Judy to the slot and move him outside and move him and Tillman outside, and then you have Judy on the third corner in when they go to their nickel package or whatever.
What's up with you and taking the number one receivers and putting them in the slot?
Because you take them off the number one defender.
You're afraid of the competition?
No,
the competitiveness?
No,
Mr. Competitive.
No, you know what I'm afraid of. You know what I'm afraid of. I'm trying to correct the best mismatch. That's my job.
That's what your offensive coordinator got to be. He got to use this.
And most of your star receivers mostly get in the slot on third down. Devontae Adams, Justin.
Oh, you said create plays to where he
move him to the slot, like move him in motion. Try to get him involved in the game.
I thought you said start him.
Start him off. I'm talking about in that package.
Okay.
Then you can.
I got you. Like
CD Lamb.
I got you.
CD Lamb and slot 40% of the damn time.
I got you.
And he definitely gonna be in the slot now because of George Pickens. He definitely gonna be in the slot more.
I forgot Pickens was in Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely gonna be in the slot more. With Kevontae Turbin and all them.
It's a little fast.
So that so I'm looking for the Browns receiver core to be unheard of because everybody gonna think of Jerry Jeudy, but Cedric Tillman gonna have a good year. And our tight ends.
Talk to me about our two rookie running backs, Junkins and Sampson.
Oh,
how you feeling with that? And we still got Ford. I
feel sorry for Ford because
I do too.
I think Ford, man, I'm always on this trading kick. I think Ford might be a trade candidate because Junkins gonna take it because they like Junkins.
Yeah.
Junkins is 220 who can run that read outside zone that Stefanski loves, and he can hit the hole. Sampson could be that third down back that can catch the ball out of the back, that little scat back who can be that change of pace. That leads Jerome Ford away, So if it depends on the preseason games. So whatever happened in the preseason games, you will know.
Okay,
once you see the depth chart come out and you see Junkins and Sampson play a little bit more, we already know the future.
I think even if we don't see a lot of him in the preseason, Junkins, I think he's going to go into the season as the RB1 for the Cleveland Browns.
He big as hell. I mean, to be that kind
with Sampson being Sampson and Ford, they might at the beginning of the season list Ford as number 2 just because he bet status, you know what I'm saying, and especially for the Browns. But by the end of the season, yeah, I definitely see it being a Junk and Sampson.
Now you already know how I am about other people drafting your position. They don't want you. Why you drive our position? I'm the starter. Why you drive not one, but two?
Yeah, I mean,
back to back.
But did you really think that Ford had a chance to be there? Even, you know what I'm saying, with the situation going on with Nick Chubb, we knew
right.
It's a good chance that we wasn't bringing Nick Chubb back for this upcoming season. We knew
exactly.
That. So did you really think that Ford had a chance to be that RB1 for the Browns anyway?
Yes, because I felt though I knew they were gonna go get one running back. I knew they were gonna go in the draft and get running back. When I saw them pick 33, Krishan Junk, that means you starting, bro.
Yeah.
Off the rip.
Yeah.
And they want Ford to be that scat back type. But when they drafted Dylan Sampson,
that changed your whole aspect on looking at things.
Yeah, so now it's like, all right, if I'm Ford, I'm looking at this is me. If I'm Ford, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to go in here and bust my ass. I'm gonna go bust my ass anyway. But damn, I went from starter to battling two rookies.
And took a pay cut.
The reason why he took a pay cut, because he might be a candidate, but either getting traded or getting cut. Mm-hmm. Because they trying to go with this youth movement. So you got to think about as a player, you got to think about like, man, I already took a pay cut. They already drafted two running backs. Mm-hmm. I might not even be here. So I'm gonna go out and play well, so I can have some good film, so I can be like, hey, trade me after.
So based off what you just said, as far as you talked to me, you know how I feel about when they dropped your position. So in other words, what you're telling me is the Joku about to be gone.
Hell yeah. So, hey, you see,
but Stefanski liked the two tight end set though.
But see, you gotta look at the league it was a thought of them trading for Kyle Pitts. You heard that trade rumor?
Yeah.
All right. They was trying.
So what can Kyle Pitts do? What supposedly do?
What, do the same thing Joe don't go to.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying, we don't need three damn tight ends. So somebody about to go. And guess who's cheaper?
Man, they better leave the Joker alone, man.
Yeah, and this is contract year too. We're gonna go out and get a former number one draft pick because Barry loves doing that. Going out and getting a former number one. Look, Kenny Pickett. You traded for Kenny Pickett.
They bet, man. That just better be all talk. They better not fuck around with no goddamn Kyle Pitts, man.
They see Kyle Pitts as in Joku. You get him and every coach in the world that like people who got talent, that sees people with talent. Oh, just put in my system, he gonna break out.
They better leave Kyle Pitts right there in Atlanta, man.
They drafted another tight end, Harold Fanning.
which I think he's gonna be a damn good tight end for the Browns.
Man, any tight end, I don't care where you from. They can catch 117 balls. Mm-hmm. Pause. You are great.
Hey, he just might be the Brock Bowers of tight ends this season.
Hey, I might just pick him with my last pick.
With that being said, man, no playoff making kills. Know how to end the show, y'all. Know how to end the show. With that being said, I appreciate everybody that tuned in on the Spivey Media Network. Also on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe channel for more content like you received tonight. For myself, for Kels, we will catch y'all same time, same place Friday. Until then, y'all stay safe. Don't listen to Kels.
Listen to the truth.
Listen to me, not Kels. Me.
The truth will set you free.
Yeah, okay. Y'all be safe, man. Deuces.
Like the